What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Before we get started, if you guys could hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, that's always appreciated. Thank you very much. Let's get started. We're sitting at about $68,000 right now. Looking at the weekly RSI, I like where we're at, but I would like to see us continue. It's okay if we have a red week this week, but I wouldn't want this to turn into some kind of significant rejection off the overbought area. The last time, just to kind of compare it over here, it didn't stop us. We did go higher. We look at the price, it didn't stop us. We did go higher, but from this rejection point, we moved sideways then for for about 7 weeks. And I don't know about you, but I'd rather see this thing get moving sooner than 7 weeks from now. Even if it is, 7 weeks or more weeks from now, that's okay. It can take its time. But if we're looking for that immediate upside, if we're looking for higher prices for the month of June, I would really like to see us either close this week green or just not be held up too much by this overbought zone. I'd like to see us get into this overbought zone sooner than later. So that's just something to keep in mind on the week-to-week RSI. Overall, the RSI looks really good, very dominant, very bullish, higher lows, higher highs. You're in the bullish area of control. Definitely a strong look on the weekly RSI. So I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about the trend overall, but just more worried about the more immediate term. Can we continue to grow? Being that, on the monthly here, we only have a day and 21 hours left, 2 days left essentially. And we have this look on the monthly RSI where we've got this nice bounce off the overbought zone. That does encourage me for the month-to-month growth. But again, month to month could mean, maybe if we reject this, but we were to have a green month next month, perhaps we do have a green month next month, but it's not as spectacular as we're hoping for it to be. It could be like a neutral month, and then July is that more dominant month, but I don't know. Just spitballing ideas here. Looking at the daily. Rejecting the overbought zone there. We are below the 60, wrestled with the 60 line and lost. Actually, we held resistance at a couple times at a place that we've held resistance before. Resistance there, there. Support even, right? That would have been nice, but we didn't. We got the opposite of that this time. With the current look, I wouldn't be surprised if we did continue to go down. Just looking at the daily RSI, let's look at the price. Day to day, low to high. Yeah, I would expect that we move down to about 65.6K or thereabouts. It could be 65K, even a little bit below that. We could move lower. We absolutely could move lower, but I think looking for a move around 65K is more appropriate right now. That's kind of the expectation. Let's look at the 4 hour to see if that agrees. Looking at the 4 hour, yes, this is a bit of a more bearish RSI. So as we're getting into the shorter term time frames, the shorter we get, right, the more near term time frames that we get, the more bearish it looks. Where you zoom out, it looks more bullish. So overall, the prevailing trend, I'm not saying that we're in a new bear market, that the high's in or anything like that. I'm just saying that momentarily speaking, we are probably going to take a chill pill. We're going to relax. We're going to pull back a little bit down to about 65K or thereabouts, and then from there we can work our way back up. Hopefully it doesn't take us too long to find our next low, our higher low, and hopefully we can get started, moving up sooner than later. I would like to see us in the first half of next month, if not above the current all-time highs, at least back above 70K. That's what I would like to see. So if we are in fact moving down, the sooner we do that, the sooner we can get started on our path to the upside. Yeah, I don't know. For now, things look bearish on the more immediate time frame. Short term, mid term, long term, all bullish, of course, but the very immediate term time frames do look bearish. So that's really all I have to say. If you guys could hit that like button and subscribe, that's always appreciated. Thank you very much for doing that. 65K, we're at 68K now, so a little bit of a dive. Let's look at the dominance chart and just see if we can make heads or tails of that real quick. Dominance, I mean, that's a very bullish weekly RSI, though you have shown a little bit more weakness recently. Perhaps you are moving lower. If the dominance goes down, and Bitcoin's projected to just drop a little bit. Essentially, it's consolidating, right? We're not thinking it's going to have like a big, massive sell-off. If the dominance goes down and Bitcoin's going down, that could give rise to the opportunity of some altcoins doing well, potentially. I don't know. That's just one look at the weekly, though. Let's look at the daily. The daily, it does have bullish divergence technically, but I wouldn't trust it. I would say that is pretty bearish, so maybe the dominance goes down too. If Bitcoin dominance is going down, but Bitcoin looks like it wants to go down, that would mean that Bitcoin goes down, but everything else doesn't go down as much as Bitcoin. I'm sure there will be coins that go down more than BTC drops, but at large, we could expect the market to not be heavily impacted by that. Can we check out others? We would hope that this looks bullish. Okay, that's the idea. If we're painting that picture, that Bitcoin could drop and everything else could not be as impacted. I mean, the weekly looks bullish. You can say that for sure. Relative high to low here. Yeah, we're at that area where we could come down. It wouldn't be crazy. But man, we've been hovering, haven't we? And that daily RSI looks very bullish. This looks good, you guys. Yeah, this does look like it wants to continue higher. I love that we're holding that 0.5 after interacting with the 618 a few times. Yeah, I think we are moving higher. So this all kind of lines up to say that I do think beyond just like the coming week, beyond the coming days, I do think that Bitcoin will move up higher, but for now it's moving sideways, and it's even kind of going to move down a little bit, but essentially just moving sideways in this range. Movements like this where you're just taking your time, you're kind of going sideways, this is the time that altcoins like to run if they're going to run. So maybe look for some altcoins to do well, you guys, if you have any altcoin plays. But then what will happen after that is those altcoins will sell off, perhaps back into Bitcoin, and that's when Bitcoin will get its leg up. And altcoins might, still pop off, but might not pop off as much as they are potentially going to over the next week or so, maybe over the next couple weeks. That would be nice to see. But regardless, on the note of Bitcoin, yes, I think we're going down. I think 65K is on the schedule. I don't know what other word to use. It's the target area that we're going for. So with that, I leave you. If you could hit the like button, subscribe, very much appreciated. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.